What's going on, everybody? This is Maximilian, and I'm back after a long hiatus of doing things like finishing up an internship and moving back into my apartment at college and cleaning and painting and doing all kinds of things to said apartment. Basically renovating it and then finally unpacking everything. It's been a very busy and stressful last couple of weeks for me, but I am finally back. And I'll tell you what, we're going to make this one extra special because this episode we're getting Lugia. Yay! High five your neighbor, scream, jump for joy, do whatever. All I know is that you're giddy, you're happy, and you just need to let some steam out right now because you just cannot possibly contain yourself at the thought of getting Lugia. So, yeah, have a little bit of fun, pause the video, come back later, do whatever. But yeah, you need to celebrate. I don't know, pop open a champagne bottle. That'd probably be a good way to do this. Anywho, if you want to go straight to Lugia, which is what I didn't do, go figure, because anytime I navigate a dungeon, I always do it the complete back-asswards way, and not the most direct and efficient manner. You're going to want to go to the island, in the Whirl Islands between Cianwood and Olivine, and go to the one that's in the northeast quadrant, the top right one. That'll be the one that'll take you directly to Lugia. You'll see the path that I follow later to get there, but basically that's all you need to know right now. So if you're playing along with me, and you're actually, wanting to figure out, well, how do I get Lugia, go to the top right one. Don't do anything that I'm doing right here because this is just me being, well, stupid. Essentially what I tried to do is I tried to lay out some kind of a plan of attack for this, figure out where I want to go, how I want to go about doing this, and, it didn't work out well at all. I tried to kind of visually process this random hodgepodge of various ladders and entrances and stuff when I was looking at a map trying to play through this, which is also why I paused several times, but I just could not make heads or tails of it. So in the end, I just ended up making a complete mess of it. I went backwards a couple of times. I went into places I've already been before, and yeah. So basically, moral of the story is don't do exactly what I do. Just see what I do at the end. Skip a little bit if you have to, and then figure out what exactly you do need to do. But I would recommend first, before you do go in here, I'd recommend that you, A, get a Pokemon that you can use as an HM whore, because you need to use Flash in here, and go figure, I forgot about it, so yeah. Grab a random Pikachu, or, well, maybe not Pikachu, because that might be a little harder to find. Mareep is cool, Hoots are good. Find some random Pokemon to use Flash, because it's not like you're going to need a full party to actually make it through this. You can get here with 2 or 3 Pokemon, no problem. And also, you're going to need to box glitch your Master Balls, because catching Lugia with Ultra Balls, while possible, is much more difficult than catching it with a Master Ball. And if you're like me, you want to take the easy way out of here. So what I'd recommend that you do is go ahead and box glitch a couple Master Balls, get them ready to go, and that way you'll make this process a lot simpler, and you won't have to worry about, restarting the game every time you either kill Lugia or fail to catch it. Excuse me. Yeah. So, that's my advice for you for now. Other than that, it's pretty simple. As long as you don't go backwards like I'm doing right here, and then I'm just face-palming myself the whole time running through this, it should be fairly easy. Now, I really got that out of the way. There's really not much else to this episode, because it's just catching Lugia. That's really all we're doing here. It's just that it took way too long to do it. So, if you need a starting point, you can start from Olivine. That's probably the easiest place to go, because since you're wanting to go to the northeastern Whirl Island, you're going to want to start from Olivine, then work your way slowly down, but staying toward the right, and just go for the first one you hit. And you should be able to get in from there. Now, you'll need Whirlpool, so you'll need another HM Horde for that, because not too many Pokemon can learn Whirlpool and Flash at the same time, but you probably need that already. So, now that I've gotten that out of the way, I would like to propose a couple of questions to you guys, because I want to know where to go from here. Not necessarily for this walkthrough, because, basically my objective for this walkthrough is, to finish it. However, I'd like to give you a little bit more variety in this channel, because I'm going to be putting out a little bit more content than I normally have over the past couple of weeks. I know I say that a lot, but, now that I'm at college and I don't have to, move stuff or work all day, I actually have some free time, which is kind of nice, and I would like to be able to grow my channel a little bit. So, the dealio is, yeah, Anthony, no, not now, we'll do it later. I'm going to start recording some gameplay. Now that I have a working HD PVR, yay! And I want to know what you guys would like to see. Now, bear in mind, I am not the greatest Call of Duty player ever. I can hold my own in multiplayer games. It's I'm basically okay. Like, I'm not insane like somebody like X-Jaws or Woody or any of those other people. Like, I even know Woody's not that amazing, but you get the idea. Like, I'm an okay player. I'm definitely better than most people at zombies, if you guys would prefer to see that. Taylor and I are actually kind of talking about what we can do for kind of a collaboration project on that, and we will get to that eventually, but this is just, strictly speaking, stuff that I would be producing on my own. Now, if you guys want to see, I'm not sure if I'd do a side walkthrough on top of this one, because that's a lot to manage at one time, but I can try and play some other Xbox titles, like maybe campaigns or walkthroughs of other games. Or if you guys would prefer to see something like just random things like Duels of the Planeswalkers with Taylor and company, I could do that too, potentially. Let me know what you guys would like to see, because I do have an Xbox 360 with me. My roommate will be bringing a GameCube, so I can use my PVR to record that as well. So if you guys want to see something like maybe, I don't know, Super Smash Bros. Melee or something like that, we can have some fun, record that too. But yeah, I was looking for suggestions and feedback right now, because now I have the capability to record it, so I want to start putting something out there, because watching Pokemon all the time can be a little bit redundant and can get repetitive. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of variety. And I'd like to know what kind of variety you guys are interested in, so give me some suggestions, I'll take them into consideration, and I'll see what I can do for you all about that. But for the time being, I'm just sticking with Pokemon. I'm going to try and continue with this as much as possible, because realistically, I should be able to evolve Eevee within, I want to say, at least a couple days. Like, real-time couple days, not like actually in the game. Because I just went in for a, haircut for the day kind of thing, because that's basically what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, is when I haven't been recording, I'm just, well, turn on the game, give Eevee a haircut, cool, save the game, and turn it off. That's basically all I've been doing. Well, I went in for a haircut today with the younger brother, and I actually somehow, no idea how, first try, I managed to make Eevee delighted, which is nigh impossible, even with the older brother who is more experienced, which just made my happiness level skyrocket. So I went to check, like, that's a lot of points. Let's see what my happiness level is at according to the Raider lady person, whatever, in Goldenrod. And I finally hit that level where I just need to start counting now, so I can make sure I have enough to evolve. I think, I'm not entirely sure on this, but I think it's going to be probably 6 to 7 more haircuts. After that, I should be able to evolve it, but basically the easiest way to tell is to just give it a rare candy. If it evolves, then cool, it evolves. If not, you still have a little more to go, just reset, and you're good to go from there. So I'm going to try to raise the happiness a little bit more. It'll be a couple more days before we actually get Umbreon, but then after that, our party will basically be set. We've got everything else ready to go, now that we have Lugia at the end of this episode. So really, we're just waiting on Eevee, and I know it's taken a little while, but you got to be patient. Happiness is not a very easy thing to take care of in this game. I kind of wish it were, though, because Umbreon's awesome. So is Espeon too, although you guys did prefer Umbreon in the poll. But the stones made that more accessible. Like, at least you could evolve them whenever you needed to. So you could, raise your Eevee a little bit, okay. But then before you want to evolve it so that it learns some of its more special moves, like Feint Attack in Umbreon's case, you could evolve it, but happiness is just very difficult because you can't raise it very much, but that's one of the only ways in this game to actually raise happiness. So it's a tricky process. I've been trying to manage it as carefully as I can, but it's been annoying at times. Believe me, like, getting Umbreon and Espeon in this game is not easy at all. Fortunately, though, we do have a glitch outlet, although I'm highly doubting that will be any easier, especially considering that we already have to get Celebi that way, and if I'm going to complete a full Pokedex, oh man, I don't know what I'm going to do, because that's just going to take forever trying to glitch every Pokemon in this game. And I don't have a capable emulator that can trade with previous versions of Red and Blue, so I can kind of cheat a little bit on that. But yeah, it's basically where I am right now, just trying to get everything situated with Eevee. And hopefully I'll be able to get an Espeon as well. But for now, this is where you actually get Lugia. If you go in through the top right, if you follow that ladder, that path you go all the way to the right, staying towards the top wall past the ledges, take that ladder down, follow the plateau to the bottom left, go down that ladder, surf down the waterfall, enter this cave, and then you've got a Lugia. I believe when I first played this, and I could be wrong, because it's been a while since I played it, I believe I captured it with Ultra Balls, because I know I wanted to save that Master Ball for ho-oh when it came up in the game, because that is level 70 when you finally get to it. Excuse me. But now that we have box glitching available to us, and I hadn't considered that at all earlier, I didn't know about box glitching when I first had silver, makes it much easier. So, yeah, box glitcher master balls. We'll see right there, box glitcher master balls. And you've got a Lugia! Ah, yay! It's so much awesome. Contained in one Pokemon, you cannot stand it. It's just unbelievable. Your day just got so much better. You might have been having a crappy day before this, but no, not anymore. You've got Lugia. The day is good. Now, getting out of here can be a bit tricky. Hopefully you've got a dig of some kind or escape rope. I didn't. So, it doesn't take too long to navigate your way out of there, though. It's not that big of a deal. But I would recommend teaching Lugia Fly and Surf. It does have a few other moves later in the game that are actually really good. But for the time being, you can get rid of Gust and Safeguard, because those are pretty bad in retrospect. And if you're going to teach it Fly, which you probably should just because you want to have some Pokemon that can fly around everywhere, you're probably not going to get rid of the other two moves. And plus, you don't want to keep Gust, Aeroblast, and Fly, because you've only got one kind of typecast there on Lugia. And Lugia is such a diverse and powerful Pokemon that you want to be able to give it other outlets to typecast against Pokemon. So I'd recommend Surf, because it is quite good with Lugia. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Seeing as how we do it for Alligator in this party, it's probably not necessary, but then again, that's what the HM Forgetter guy is for. Don't delete Aeroblast, though, because that move is retarded. Like, so good. So freaking good. Like, you probably don't know it yet, but once you get Lugia to, like, somewhere in the mid-40s, Aeroblast is just dumb. Even against Pokemon it's not super effective against, it's just really, really good. So yeah, don't delete Aeroblast. Good move. And now that we finally got Lugia out of the way, I believe we can start working on our way to the Elite Four. I want to level grind a little bit more, I'm not sure how much more yet, but you want to have your Pokemon somewhere in the mid-40s, so I may goof around a little bit level grinding one day off camera, just because you guys don't want to, watch me sit in the same place, grow my Pokemon levels, all that jazz. So, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days. It may be a little while before I put my next video out, but we are going to get to the Elite Four next time, I promise. So, yeah, look forward to that, and look forward to Umbreon, because probably the next time you see me uploading a video, we'll have an Umbreon in the party. Yeah! So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for being patient. This has been another episode of Silver with Maximilian. See you guys later.